Hello, welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony. This show is about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, of course, and sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is Monday, the 25th of November. We only have a few days before Thanksgiving, before break, so very excited to be chatting with you all today. First and foremost, really quick, we've got a lot of wonderful things going over. A VO's Journey Lead Academy. Of course, it's the Black Friday sale. So we've got Black Friday this week, right after Thanksgiving, right? So this entire week we have an incredible sale. So for our 1 month subscription to A VO's Journey Lead Academy, it's only $19. $19 to give us a shot. This is a wonderful time. You can head over there anytime today or this week to get that, as well as a 3 month. We're doing 50% off 3 months, which is wild. So, you're getting literally a month and a half free. And what's even more crazy is I think it's something literally like $2. It's insane. It's like $2.73 a class. Like what it equals out to. I mean, it's wild. So make sure you get that. And also, we are going into this. We are coming up next week and everything after that. We're getting into our pre-sessions for our women's VO group that's going to be a part of VO's Journey Lead Academy. So very excited about that. And of course, you've got free access to Academy Voices there, which is amazing. We are growing, and we focused on audiobooks, but we did have some other paying short commercial jobs this week that came through. So that's been very exciting as well. And we're just growing and growing there and getting more work for our voice actors. So make sure you check that out. There's a link there too. So, with all that being said, I think today I wanted to talk about the importance of being positive and shying away from negativity. Now, I think one thing we always talk about is making sure that you stay away from people, right, who kind of like Mark Twain says, right, disparages your ambition. People who tell you what you can't do, right? Small minds do that, right? Great minds help you believe that you can do great things too. And, that's where you need to stick to. But today I want to take a different approach to this, and I want to talk about the most insidious person of all. The person that attacks you more than anyone, and who is always there bothering you, telling you can't do it, who is always on your shoulder, trying to keep you down, pointing out all the things that you do wrong, and, is just a constant nag in your ear that you shouldn't be doing this, or you're not good enough, or you're an imposter, right? And that is you. That's us. That's ourselves. We talk so much about the importance of staying around positive people, and it is very important because the battle we have to fight ourselves really is hard enough to then put us into situations where there's going to be other people who tell us what we can't do, tell us how bad we are, tell us we're wrong. Tell us because we have an opinion or believe in something that we're dumb or we're hurting, all of these things. I mean, we all have that. There's people everywhere who have an opinion about us, about what we do, about what everyone should do according to them, right? And it can be very hard. And especially as someone who is doing everything they can to push themselves to start something, to build something for themselves and their families, it's a very difficult, rewarding, but challenging task. And I find that we ourselves are our biggest critics. We tend to beat ourselves up the most. We tend to tell ourselves how horrible we are, like I said. I mean, it's a drop down fist fight battle, kicking and biting the whole time through. I mean, our minds will play all sorts of tricks on us, right? Tell us, I just don't want to do it today. I'm not feeling good. This isn't working. So and so is telling me this, and so is telling me that, and they're all dumb, and nobody knows what. Or you're dumb. I don't understand. You tell yourself, I can't do it. I suck at acting. My audio sucks. My setup sucks. Everything sucks. Like nothing works. I don't sound like them. I'll never sound like them. I don't have the money. I don't have the training. Like those are all tricks that our minds, our, I don't know, little devil on the shoulder, if you want to call it, plays on us constantly. And I can tell you this, no matter how far along you get into this business, they're still there. They never leave. And it can be exhausting. It can be exhausting. So with all of that being said, we all know that. We all know that chip on our shoulder never fully goes away. We have good days and we have bad days. But I do think to combat this, right, and to have the other side, right, because I love, I always think it's, right, a battle of, good versus evil, but you could say, that super hypercritical side of you, as well as that, super hyper build 'em up pro side of you. There's those two sides. And, which side is going to win the battle today, right? Which side? I don't think they ever go away. I don't think one ever leaves. I think you can, one can grow a lot stronger than another. We're talking philosophically here. But the reality is we're always going to fight that battle. We're always going to fight that battle. So that means that we have to do things. We have to put ourselves in positions to where we are proactively fighting that battle, so that no matter what happens, no matter how we're feeling, no matter how bad we are beating ourselves down, right, we are still getting things done. We're still doing the things that we know we need to get done. One of the best quotes I love is "Know thyself." Right? There's so much in that, and understanding of what that means, right? Know thyself. Know what you will do in certain situations. We know that. Know what our habits are. We know what our habits are, right? We can be honest with ourselves. Be honest with yourself. Because when you are honest with yourself, I'm not saying go around telling other people, but be honest with yourself. I know I'm going to do this. Do you guys you remember when you were younger and every time you wanted to do something, all you told yourself was, we can do it. All I have to do is change everything, change everything that I am. Do you remember that? Like we felt like we could change everything that we are, our whole belief structure, our whole life, our in that whatever that comedian says, in the 20s you're ready to go anywhere, burn your house down, and just hit the road. When you're younger, that's how it feels, and as you grow, I guess older, right? I think you realize we are who we are. We've become somebody amazing, but we have our good points and our bad points. Now, I think the point of this whole thing is knowing thyself and being honest. I think if I were to add something to that incredible, phrase, would be know thyself and be honest with thyself. Right? Be honest with yourself so that you can make the right decisions early on. So one of those decisions clearly is what I was saying about, that quote from Mark Twain, right? Stick around people who are moving forward. Do you know what I mean? Stay away from people who are negative, who try to, again, disparage your ambitions, who tell you everything you can't do, tell you shouldn't do that, shouldn't listen to them, shouldn't, go over here, go over there, stay away from the people who constantly tell you everything you can't do, right? That's the first thing. Set yourself up for that, right? Stay away from negativity. Negativity spreads like wildfire. I've said this a million times, and it's absolutely true. And it's going to be at you. There's going to be sparks thrown at you all the time, There's going to be someone who sends you mean emails, someone who leaves mean comments on your Facebook post. They're going to be everywhere all the time. You got to let it go. You got to let it bounce off of you. Don't engage with those sorts of things, because when you engage, right, you are letting that fire catch. All right, and it is very hard to put it out. It's easy to catch, very hard to put it out. I know I'm talking in a lot of seemingly riddles today. It's a very philosophical Monday. We call it Philosophical Monday. But again, that's an important part of this. Knowing what groups you're in, how that positivity or negativity is affecting you, right? Second thing is, make sure you are constantly educating yourself, constantly taking in information that is helpful, that's enthusiastic, that's motivational, that's purposeful, that's leading you in the right direction. That's so important, right? I mean, because if you think you could, what is that? I can't remember who said it, but that quote that says, edit yourself regularly and harshly, something to that effect, because your life is, after all, your masterpiece, right? I love this. I love that quote, and the idea, right, of constantly looking at what we are doing, making sure things that we are taking in, things that we're doing, are helping us move forward. If you take a step back and look at your life and you say, what would I really like things to happen? We would wish that for ourselves, that we have a lot of positive influence. We're learning a lot of positive, important things. We're taking the right actions, right? And you notice here, these are all positive, forward-moving things, not things that are like, stop, go backwards, stop, go backwards, stop, go backwards. And remember, mistakes aren't negative. I ever came up with the idea that, trying something and, it doesn't turn out exactly the way, we are hoping it turns out is a bad thing. I don't know how that happened. You could maybe, it goes back to, if you take a wrong turn, a saber-toothed tiger eats you or something, maybe it goes back to that. But the reality is that, for us, moving forward, trying things, doing things that need to happen for us to learn, okay, is paramount to our success. I mean, God forbid if we all gave up the first time we tried to walk and fell and be like, nah, this isn't for me, too difficult, right? I mean, right? So make sure that you are always editing yourself, that you are taking in great, positive, important things. And in the last thing I'm going to say about this, so I know this has been a very heavy Monday, is that the best thing that you can do at any point, no matter with whatever it is that's bothering you, that's causing you problems, that's keeping you down, is take action. Not just a little bit of action, but a lot of action. Be consistently active. Do things, whether it sucks or not. Do it. And I'm not telling, again, and this goes back, this actually, because I just thought in my mind, right, popped in my mind, there's going to be someone who says, oh, well, I need to make sure that I'm doing it right. Of course, but then that just goes back to the other thing I said, right, which is there's always going to be people, and especially ourselves, who pull us back and say, no, not yet. Don't move forward yet. You're not ready. There's something more to do. Okay? And of course there's always something more to do. We know that. There's always something more to do, but stumble forward. I'd rather stumble forward than backwards. Stumble forwards. Okay? Take massive action. I'm telling you, think about being afraid of something, right? Whenever you were afraid of something, when you actually had to, you summoned the courage and you took that step forward and you did whatever it was that you were afraid of, all of a sudden you felt better, right? It's like, oh, I could do this. That doesn't mean it was perfect or great. I mean, or even great, but you did it. You proved to yourself, you proved to that naysayer on your shoulder, I can do this. I can do it. I'm going to get better, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it again. Right? I can do this. I can do that. Right? Take action. Action solves so many problems. It really does, for all of us in every aspect of our life. And just because one aspect of your life's not working right doesn't mean you don't keep working on that one too. We'll work on all of them. All right? That's a part of life. Oh gosh, it's bad when Anthony gets into that's a part of life. All right, we'll call it for the day. Thank you guys so much. If you watched all the way till now, you're a rock star. Thank you. So listen, make sure you check out, I think, those amazing specials, because to me, I really believe in what we're doing at Avio Stern Elite Academy, and I believe it's really helping people, and I know it can help you. And that's not some useless platitude. That's what I believe, and I know it will. So would love to have you try us out, join our community. That's a great time to do it. All right, you guys, have a wonderful Monday and beginning of Thanksgiving week. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.